I'm super excited because I'm on my way to pick up a quarter pipe from OC Ramps. So I'm really excited about this video because I watched Greg Lutzka's video and I watched the other video on OC Ramps. And after watching both of those videos, I still am completely unclear on if this ramp is worth buying or not. I don't know if it's just like a bank ramp with coping or if it's an actual quarter pipe. So I'm gonna try to do a comprehensive review. I'm gonna show the ramp from all different angles, skate it, try to see what tricks I can do, talk about what's good about it, what's bad about it. So this cat really wanted to help. Not sure whose cat it is. It followed me around the whole time I was building this ramp. And actually this was 3 days ago and the cat's still here. It won't leave. So the materials, they're pretty high quality. Similar to what you'd get with Keen ramps. Good quality wood, nice quality sheet metal and coping. The coping's not attached to any wood with bolts. You get some instructions and stuff like that. I know the cat is very distracting. So yeah, I gave the cat some milk and some chicken because it seemed hungry. And I don't know whose cat this is. I actually drew out the shape of the ramp on this piece of wood because I'd like to make a couple of them, maybe a longer one. The cat really liked the box. Yeah, so this is what the frame looks like when you're almost done with it before you put the top layers on. This is the skeleton of the ramp. I thought the drill might, you know, cause the cat to run away, but the cat seemed to like it. Seemed to take a nap while I was building this thing. I wanted to show every angle because this is kind of a bank with coping, but it kind of feels like transition, even though it doesn't look like transition. It's heavy. You might need a dolly to help carry this thing around. But yeah, I've skated this thing for 3 days now, and it's a lot of fun. I get to a point where I have a hard time progressing on it. I feel like I've done everything I can do. Maybe if it was a little bit steeper, like the transition, maybe if the top sheet was longer and mellower and then super steep when it hits the coping, I could blunt on it a little bit better because it just feels like there's not a lot of leverage there. It does kind of feel like a bank, but being a bank, it allows you to do like kickflip to fakie, stuff like that. I like that it's so small that you can really run out of it. I like 14-foot ramps and 1-foot or 2-foot ramps because the 1 or 2-foot ramps you can do flip tricks on and run out of, and the 14-foot ramp you can use knee pads and slide out of. It does feel more comfortable than the Keen 18-inch tall, 3-foot wide quarter pipe. I like that it's 4 feet wide and 1 foot tall. It doesn't feel like you're hitting a wall like the Keen ramp did. The Keen ramp definitely felt like a bank ramp, and I was able to skate it. I never felt comfortable on the 18-inch by 3-foot ramp. I always felt like I was falling off of that ramp. I felt like that ramp was a little bit too tall for how bank ramp like it was. For how, you know, it was just like a bank ramp with coping. This ramp, it's skatable. It feels a lot like my friend Zach's quarter pipe. Zach built a little 1-foot quarter pipe. It's 1 foot by 3 feet wide, but his ramp's like the perfect quarter pipe. I don't know how he did it. I think he just stumbled on the absolute perfect quarter pipe. Or maybe Zach is a genius when it comes to carpentry. I always get excited skating with Zach, and I always get excited to skate his quarter pipe. We're gonna have a lot of fun with this. I'm gonna bring it out to the park when he brings his quarter pipe. We'll transfer from one to the other. We'll grind them as one solid quarter. There's so many possibilities with a ramp like this, because it is somewhat portable. I admit, it was really heavy moving this thing by myself. It's a big ramp to lift and put in your car and lift. I'm 6 feet tall, 230 something pounds. If you're smaller than me at all, you probably won't want to carry this ramp by yourself. This is not something like some kid's gonna be lifting and moving around. Maybe if you get some like coaster wheels and stuff and roll it around, but if you're dragging it around on the grass, throwing it in a car, lifting it, take it to the skate park. It's really heavy. I have a big vehicle. I can carry something like this, but you're not going to be able to fit this in a normal car. You could use a dolly to help you pull it around, but it's pretty big. You might have to take the sheet metal off the bottom just to fit it in your vehicle. The deck needs to either be wider on the top or maybe thinner on the top because the board gets stuck on there. So for me, I have a hard time doing like the deck check and then popping over. You could board slide it as long as you don't sit your board all the way down because most wheelbases kind of get stuck there. But you can do a blunt rock to fakie without getting hung up. I haven't done a blunt to fakie yet because it basically feels like a bank ramp with coping. There's not a lot of transition, it's not steep. I've thought about cutting it down steeper, but I think I might just make my own quarter pipe about the same size and make that one steeper. I'll probably make a video trying to make a better quarter pipe than this quarter pipe. I think like a longer transition but steeper towards the coping would be perfect. You can use this as a launch ramp for sure. I like this better than the Keen ramp in every way. This ramp's expensive. I think you're paying for Greg Lutzka's name, like some old washed up pro that nobody cares about, and you're paying for that name. Because it's actually more expensive than some of the other OC ramps that are bigger, but I don't want the bigger ramps because those I might not even be able to fit in my car. I don't want to skate this in my driveway. I'm not 9. I don't skate in the driveway. I have neighbors. They stare at me if I skate in the driveway. They judge me. I know that sounds silly, but I hate skating in the driveway. And obviously, I don't want to skate in the street. I don't want to skate in the basement. It's dark and there's spiders. Nobody wants to skate in their basement. I'll save that for winter, but now we've got Sprack, so who knows. So I like taking this to the skate park or parking lots. You know, I want to skate this at spots. So I wanted a really small portable ramp. Could somebody please make a little plastic or even aluminum framed ramp like this that's 1 foot tall, that's super light and foldable, like a Fresh Park ramp that's 1 foot tall, not like that 4 foot one. That thing is super heavy. I don't want to carry that thing around, and nobody wants to skate that. That was also a bank with coping. Please make transition when you're making these ramps. Do people not know what transition is? Could I make a better ramp than this? Yes, but I hate building things. It takes way too long. I'm already busy. I have a full-time job. I don't want to take the little time I have after work that I could be skating building a ramp. That's why I bought this pre-built ramp. Well, I still had to build it, but it was pre-cut. It saved me a little bit of time. Maybe a few minutes. Like, you still have to build it, and you could still screw it up and put the screw in the wrong place, or, you know, you could still screw this up if you don't know how to build a ramp. So you still have to understand how to use tools. It still takes a little bit of time. I put it together really quick. I haven't even tightened everything down yet. I built it really quick because I wanted to skate it with Zach that one day. So there was a couple people at the skate park today, and that really helped out. I didn't want to have to skate the back of this thing like a ledge because it's 4 feet long and you have to hit it so quick, and I don't want to have to deal with that. So I was really lucky that I had some friends at the skate park that were pretty good at skating, so it turned out pretty good. I definitely want to make another video with this setup. I had really loose trucks today because I'm testing out some stuff. You kind of need a smaller board when you're skating a small ramp. I had a 9-inch board with a pretty long wheelbase, but you're better off with a really small board with small wheels if you're wanting to get technical on these little tiny ramps. This ramp is perfect for somebody who's just learning to skate. When I was just learning to skate, my grandfather built me a 6 foot tall mini ramp with vert on it. No coping, sharp edges. It was super dangerous. I broke my arm. There was no flat bottom. It was like a U. And I skated that thing for years and learned all kinds of tricks on it as a kid. But it was like taller than I was. I learned all my tricks on a ramp that was taller than me. The only skate park that was around back then had a mini ramp, which was also about 6 feet. I would have loved to have a ramp like this when I was a kid. It does feel really good for learning tricks. I feel like I could learn a lot of the lip tricks that I learned, a lot of the stalls, within a few minutes on this ramp because it's so small and so mellow. It feels like you're cheating. Like, it feels like you're riding a scooter or something like that. You know how people can learn to tail whip in like 10 tries? That's what stalls feel like on this ramp. So I would definitely suggest this for beginners. I think it's perfect for that. I love the transition, love the shape. I'm probably never going to skate the back of this like a ledge because it's really quick. It's not fun. It's pretty good for a launch ramp, and it's really good for a quarter pipe. There are other people that skate different kinds of things that would rather skate this as a box, but I've got other boxes that skate a lot better than this for that sort of thing. I want to get more creative on this, maybe do some trick tips on it. Watch some of my old videos on Zach's ramp because that ramp feels very similar. A 1 foot by 4 foot ramp is kind of perfect. You could have a lot of fun with these if you had 2, 3, 4 of these things. You can make a little mini ramp. You can make a really long, tiny quarter pipe. Usually when I'm traveling to other skate parks, my favorite thing is really small quarter pipes. I like really small quarter pipes and really small ledges / manual pads. That's like my favorite thing at skate parks. I'd like to have some really mellow banks next to this thing to kind of pop off onto. I want to really wax the top of it, maybe even spray paint or paint it with some like curb paint so it really slides. Yeah, I'm making a whole little DIY skate park. I'm gonna have so many little obstacles now. I filmed a video making a box, but I haven't uploaded that one yet. I'll definitely build a DIY version of this though. The coping's pretty cool. It's not quite as high quality as the Keen ramp coping. It's not attached with bolts to the wood like the Keen ramp one was. The Keen ramp was easier to put together. The quality might have been better on Keen, but the actual shape and usability is way better on this OC ramp. I haven't tried many of the Keen ramps. I have tried a full mini ramp from OC ramps, and I have a review on this channel on that. So check that out. I like the transition on OC. I think they make some really good ramps. So yeah, thank you, Greg Lutzka. Thank you, OC Ramps. You guys are awesome. You did a great job. This is an awesome product. I like it a lot. Like, it could be lighter, it could be made of plastic, it could be made of aluminum, it could be made of something else. You could always improve anything. Imagine this being like a plastic and aluminum super lightweight foldable ramp that you can just lift easily with some rubber on the bottom so it doesn't slide. You maybe bring some sandbags to put under it. That would be so cool. People could take it around, learn stuff. Yeah, I want to see something like that. They used to have ramps like that, like little plastic quarter pipes, little plastic spines. What happened to that? When I was a kid, there was stuff like that all over the place. You could go to Toys R Us and buy it. So yeah, bring that stuff back. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you like this kind of content, scroll through my channel, check out my other videos, and hit that subscribe button because I got a lot more videos to come. Thanks for watching. Somebody was flying a drone over us and just hovering, filming us the whole time. Don't you hate it when people just hover their drones over the skate park? This is not a skateboarder or anything. It's just this guy. It's just this lonely guy that comes to the park and spies on people with drones. He's creepy. I've seen him several times. So I've got a bunch of products in the mail and some products that I already have to do reviews on. So a lot of cool stuff is coming. Stay tuned for that. I've got some more news type videos. I know you guys seem to like those more than anything else. If you're tired of hearing about skateboarding news, then stop watching those videos more than any other videos and start watching the other videos. Because whatever you guys watch and like and comment on, that's what I'm going to make, because that's what does good in the algorithm. I'm going to assume if more of you watch a video that you like that kind of video. And if a video gets more engagement, more likes, comments, stuff like that, I'm going to assume that that's the kind of content you guys want to see, or at least the majority of you want to see that kind of content. That's how every YouTube channel gauges what the viewers want, by engagement. Let me know verbally what you want in the comment section below.